In this video, I'm going to show you how to find real buyers for your digital products and affiliate offers using something I call the buyer cycle, the 4 phases every person moves through before they purchase. After analyzing our over $10 million in digital product sales, I noticed a clear pattern. It's far easier to get sales when you target buyers in the right buying phase and almost impossible when you target in the wrong one. I'll break down all 4 phases, show you which ones attract the tire kickers and the freebie seekers, and reveal the sweet spot where conversions spike, whether you're selling your own digital products or doing affiliate marketing. Now, the first phase of the buyer cycle are people searching for a solution to a specific problem. They know something is wrong and they're out there looking for information. Normally, they'll be searching for terms like, how do I lose weight? How do I make money online? Or how do I get more clients? This is the audience that most creators target. They create content around these broad questions and they run ads for these keywords. On the surface, it makes sense. But here's the problem. Phase 1 buyers don't necessarily have buyer intent. When you target people at this stage, you're competing with every free solution on the internet. You're competing with YouTube videos, Google search results, blog posts, AI chatbots, free guides, and 80% of the time, people searching at this stage are satisfied with something free. They're researching, not buying. So how do we capitalize on phase 1 buyers without getting stuck with tire kickers? Well, there are 3 ways to handle buyers in phase 1 of the buying cycle. Option 1 is avoid them entirely. The simplest strategy is not to target them at all. Don't waste your ad budget or sales effort on people who are just looking for information. If you've ever gotten tons of views, clicks, or even leads but no sales, this is usually why. Your offer wasn't the problem, you just put it in front of an audience without any buyer intent. Phase 1 buyers often need to move through the rest of the cycle before they're ready to spend money. Now, targeting phase 1 buyers is great for building authority. You can create helpful content that solves their immediate problems, however, it's going to be much harder to sell them something directly. You can build trust and authority by solving the problem they're searching for first, and then when they encounter a future problem or move into later buying phases, they're more likely to buy from you. The problem is it's a much longer sales cycle. However, it is a valid long-term play. Now, the third option is lead generation. Instead of selling something immediately, you give away free value in exchange for a subscription or signing up to your newsletter. Then you can nurture the lead and move them into higher intent stages of the buyer cycle. So how do we actually avoid the freebie seekers and tire kickers? We move into phase 2. Phase 2 buyers are actively searching for paid solutions. They've already tried the free content, they've watched the YouTube videos, they've searched Google, and they've even asked ChatGPT to solve their problem, and either they didn't find what they needed, or they've decided to skip those steps and just pay to solve the problem faster. Now we're starting to talk about real buyer intent. So how do we target phase 2 buyers? Well, you don't target broad problem keywords anymore. You target buyer search terms. Phase 2 buyers search differently. Instead of asking more general questions like how do I lose weight or how do I make money, they start searching for actual solutions. They'll use search terms like best weight loss program for women, or the cheapest way to get this benefit, or the most reliable solution for this problem, or the fastest way to get this benefit, or the most proven solution for this problem. Another way to target phase 2 buyers is to target comparison search terms. Anytime someone is searching for product A versus product B, or product A alternatives, or what is the best solution for this specific problem. When someone searches like this, they're searching with their wallet open. You've eliminated the 80% who just want something free. You're no longer competing with every YouTube video or AI answer. You're competing inside the market of paid solutions. Better leads, lower ad costs, higher conversion rates, and far more sales per view. But here's the catch. You're not competing with free information anymore, but you are competing with every other paid solution in that space. The competition gets tighter. So how do you win? Well, there are 3 proven ways to attract and sell phase 2 buyers. The first is the most direct way, and that's to offer the best solution. This is what most product creators try to do. Now, you can literally try to build the best solution to the problem. You can also compete by being cheaper, delivering faster results, or just having a solution that's easier to implement. Anything that can make you stand out, especially in a crowded market. Option 2 is to get hyper-specific. Instead of trying to beat everyone, you narrow your focus. Take the diet market, for example. You could try to create some supplement that is more effective or sell it cheaper or just promise faster results. Or you could target an audience that everyone else is ignoring. Become a weight loss program specifically for diabetics. or a weight loss guide for people with very specific food allergies, or maybe a weight loss guide for parents that want to help their child lose weight. If you can meet someone's specific needs, they will always choose you over a more general solution and often pay a premium for it. Now, the third way to close phase 2 buyers is scarcity, because scarcity accelerates decisions. Nothing speeds up buying behavior like the possibility of missing out. I mean, this is why product launches work so well. People often buy not because they urgently need the solution, but because they don't want to lose access to it. Scarcity collapses hesitation. However, there's a much better question to ask, and that's, how do we avoid competing with the entire market in the first place? And the answer is to target people in phase 3 of the buyer cycle. Phase 3 buyers are people who are on the fence about one specific solution to their problem. At this point, they've already identified their problem, they've looked at multiple paid options, and narrowed it down to one solution, but they're on the fence about pulling the trigger and finally buying. It's not about browsing anymore, it's decision time. And the only thing left is confirmation before they pull the trigger. Now, there are 3 indicators that someone is in phase 3 of a buying decision. First, they search for specific product names and not just asking for general advice or solutions. They usually combine this with words like review or scam or complaints. They're looking to help finalize their decision and remove any objections that they currently have. Other good keywords to look for are places where people would normally post reviews like Reddit or Trustpilot or YouTube or Amazon reviews. And the third indicator is when they start to mix in pricing keywords into their search. Keywords like coupon or holiday sale or discount. These are by far your highest intent buyers. And when you get in front of them, they're going to be your highest conversions by far. If you want fast sales with minimal effort, this is where you start. Because now you're not competing with the entire market of solutions, you're only competing with one product, and that's a much easier fight. So how do we position ourselves to capture and close phase 3 buyers? Well, there are 3 powerful ways. First is highlight the flaws. Look at reviews of that product and find common complaints. Then you can create content like the 4 biggest problems with this product, or honest review of this product, or why this product might not be right for you. Then you show how your product solves the same problem without those specific flaws. Now you're not attacking the entire market, you're just pointing out weaknesses in one competitor. Now, second, you can be slightly better. You don't need to dominate the entire industry with your product. Now you just need to beat one product at 1 or 2 things. You can be a little bit cheaper, a little bit faster, a little bit easier, or targeting, again, a more specific audience. Your pitch becomes, well, my product has the same benefits as that product, but at half the price. Or, we have everything they offer, but simpler. Or, hey, we can deliver the same results, but without the downsides of this competitor. That's a much easier positioning battle. And third, you get more specific. Just like in phase 2, you can niche down. But now you only have to differentiate against one competitor. You could say things like, hey, we're just like that other diet program, but we've built it specifically for women, unlike them. Or, hey, we're just like this make money program, but we've designed it to be more beginner friendly. So if you're a beginner, you should choose us over them. You can even create multiple campaigns. Instead of trying to position yourself uniquely against the entire market, you position yourself uniquely against each competitor one by one. This is the sweet spot for digital product creators. You can even adapt your offer around competitor weaknesses. Now, phase 3 traffic produces the easiest sales, the highest return on ad spend, and the most leverage per piece of content that you publish. All because you're meeting buyers at the exact moment they're about to say yes. Now, the only downside of trying to target phase 3 is timing. Phase 3 buyers have the smallest window of opportunity. You only have a short period between when they've chosen a product and when they finally click buy. If you miss that window, they're gone. So what happens after they purchase? Well, that brings us to phase 4, the most overlooked audience in the buyer cycle. Phase 4 buyers are people who already bought a solution. They've already pulled the trigger, and that makes them incredibly valuable. It's the only buyer phase where they've proven they're willing to spend money to solve their problem. In many cases, phase 4 buyers can be just as lucrative as phase 2 or phase 3 buyers, sometimes even more. So how do we profit from them? Well, phase 4 buyers usually fall into 3 categories. First is the frustrated buyer. They bought a solution and it didn't work. This is super common in the supplement industry, for example, where the latest weight loss pill they purchased just didn't work for them, or they make money in biz ops space where they keep buying product after product and never use them, or the countless fitness programs people only commit to for a week before going on to something else. They didn't get results, they're disappointed, and they're ready to try again. This is where messaging like, hey, frustrated with this program? Well, 90% of our customers who switched from that program saw results fast. You point out the reason those products failed them, you explain why it wasn't their fault, then you position your solution as the fix to that specific failure. You're not selling from scratch, you're actually offering them redemption. Now, the second type of phase 4 buyer is the incomplete buyer. They got their main solution, but something is missing. For example, if someone buys exercise equipment, they still need meal plans. Or if someone buys a business coaching program, they might need templates, scripts, or implementation guides. If someone buys supplements, they usually need some kind of a training plan to make the most of them. These are complementary offers. You're not replacing their purchase, you're enhancing it. And proven buyers are far more likely to spend additional money to maximize the results of something they've already invested in. Because psychologically, once someone spends money to solve a problem, they're committed. They want that investment to work. Phase 4 is powerful because you're targeting people who have already demonstrated buyer behavior. You're not convincing them to spend, you're helping them get more out of what they've already bought. There's actually an entire business model built around this idea, creating digital products specifically for the buyers of other products. I call them shadow products. Instead of competing at the top of the market, you build offers that sit right behind existing products and profit from their customers. I'm going to be doing a full video breaking down exactly how to build shadow products step by step. So if you want to see that, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss it. Now, if you're an affiliate marketer, this is where things get really interesting. If you've ever wondered, what should I promote? Where should I get traffic? Here's a simple strategy for you. Find 2 complementary products and use them to promote each other. For example, target people who bought a specific piece of workout equipment and promote supplements as an affiliate. Then target the buyers of those supplements and promote the workout equipment. Now you're capturing phase 4 buyers from both sides. You're not guessing. You skip all the guesswork and target proven buyers who are already spending money, and you earn commissions in both directions. Now here's the reality. Whether you're an affiliate marketer or you're selling your own digital products, none of this matters if you don't have a system that captures and converts buyers automatically. You need a funnel that works at every stage of the buyer cycle. So instead of figuring it out from scratch, I'm giving you the exact funnel we use with our top affiliates. This funnel alone has generated over $500,000 in sales. It captures leads, follows up automatically, and converts traffic into buyers. You can download it right now using the link in the description and plug it into any digital product or affiliate offer. And if you want to see exactly how our top affiliates are generating fast sales by targeting specific phases of the buyer cycle, I made a dedicated video breaking that strategy down step by step. Click here to watch that next.